Science provides the driver for prosperity for Canada. Policymakers shape the science programs and practices so that all Canadians can share in prosperity.
You know, the CSPC is a unique forum that once a year brings together just about everybody who's anybody in this field. It's a great networking, and I think it creates a reflective and action-oriented to connect up with, you know, who's doing what to whom on this issue of science policy.
The conference itself is obviously making a significant contribution to science policy discussion, bringing Canadians together, Canadian scientists and innovators together, and stakeholders from across the country.
For more communication, collaboration across disciplines, across sectors, across regions. And one of the things that CSPC is trying to do is the establishing of national dialogue across those sectors.
We see innovation as being a catalyst to improving the way that we do things, creating better efficiencies, perhaps creating better quality products. And the idea of open innovation is almost innovating at the innovation level.
The challenge of increasing the number and quality of science-receptive people at the political level. The challenge of bridging the communications gap between the scientific community and the political community.
The fact that there's an appetite now for us to have discussions about how do we embrace the 21st century in terms of a new model of innovation, a new model of science policy.
Particularly since it's involving a lot of young people, and the young people are, you know, the next generation.
And so our question is, who takes the lead? Who takes the bit in his or her teeth? And the answer is all of us.
So what I really love about this conference is the youthful faces that I'm seeing. So we're seeing some of our outreach volunteers here, but being able to inspire the next generation of researchers, which was really close to my heart with starting Let's Talk Science all those years ago.
I think one of the challenges is we are living in an age where there is a lot of data out there, there's a lot of information, but getting it harnessed into knowledge that is digestible, understandable, and to the right person at the right time, it is a huge challenge.
Because those great people and their ideas are what's going to build our economy. They're going to discover that next innovation that ends up in the marketplace that helps my patients. They're the people that will just have that next great discovery that allows someone like Mark to fly into space.
We have to start in our schools. We have to emphasize risk-taking, and we have to educate the whole mind, not just this analytical, incremental, scientific, engineering, knowledge kind of mind.
You know, this is a big problem. So if we had more folks in Parliament that did have these skills and knowledge, that would be fantastic. Although you still have to go through the same process to get there.
That was one of the reasons that I thought we need more scientists in politics, and I thought it's the right time to enter into this arena, and I did.
So we need that strong communication. I would suggest to you that that can best be done by the creation of committees that report to Parliament, that speak.
Countries such as India and China who are very much interested in what's happening in the Arctic, because that will have an impact on their biodiversity. So the climate change that we're seeing there.
It has been amazing. It has been very, very stimulating because we are finding how the brain works. We still don't have a good treatment for Alzheimer's disease, but we have learned a lot about how memory works in the brain. And we hope that in time, this will lead to new treatment.
People understanding what science policy means, what is it for, what is its purpose, where does it come from, how does it get there?
When we look at where aerospace was in the 1990s, we see it as being sort of similar to the state of clean tech right now. So, of course, the government has developed a strong strategy to encompass aerospace and has dedicated specific streams of funding to aerospace.
Whether that be environment, whether it be public health issues, you need to have good statistical data, and you need to have long-term statistical data so that you can do projections and you can do models.
C'est très difficile de jongler à notre niveau. En plus d'avoir à jongler, effectivement, les municipalités parfois arrivent avec des initiatives tout autres. Alors, on se retrouve effectivement dans un milieu assez mobile à travers lequel on doit demeurer stratégique.
Major step that the federal government can do is to actually start being
engaged in procuring this kind of technology for its operations.
But we also want to think about that this is a system that was built predicated on the fact that need should come before ability to pay. And I think that if we want to keep that value in our healthcare system, we have to be clear to our politicians that if there's change, we still want to keep that value.
And the other thing is when I go and visit laboratories, I can really share in the passion that the researchers have about science. And quite often our discussions will go off and talk about something.
However you organize, we need to hear more from the scientists representing what it is that you as scientists feel it is important for us in government to understand about your profession and about your common goals.
The next generation of what we're going to leave in terms of our legacy when it comes to science policy.
I mean, if you think about what is Canada's role in the world and what do we want our role in the world to be, I would argue that one of the things that we want it to be is Canada as an innovator.
Tenir un forum inclusif, national, multisecteur et multidisciplinaire de la politique scientifique parce que nous croyons profondément que le Canada a besoin de ce forum.